Yay!
Ladies.
Ladies. Tell us, Katie. Tell us a story.
The anxiety, it's up there. Okay. No. So the one I'm gonna share today is, so I recently, or like a couple months ago.
Oh, my nipple.
Yeah, like the beginning of the summer, because it's August. What the heck? Where did June and July go? But so I was on Hinge, and this guy and I went on a couple dates. And
It always starts with Hinge, man.
It does.
So
It's
far,
always
so
with the
good.
dating
Shit.
apps, man. Oh.
Always. I just gotta stay out.
Can't
from
stay
them.
away though.
I know.
Yeah, it's hard.
So it is, because it's like right there.
You don't want
You
to
can
do on it, but
scroll.
I end up doing it.
I know. Okay, so anyways, I met this guy on Hinge, went on a couple dates, super cool. He seemed, fun, whatever. And so one night, wow, there's a joke again. But no, one night he came over and we were just hanging out, having dinner. And then, things started to get a little hot and heavy. Woo! And we took it to the room, and I was like,
It's over here. Stop it.
I don't know why I just slurped in the mic, but
no, I like the slurp.
that's what I vibed.
But then we were like getting into it, and we did like this little he was like turning me or something, and all of a sudden I felt like my shoulder do this I could hear something, but I didn't, I was like in the moment, and I'm like, okay, just leave it be. So then the next day, this was a Thursday, I do not know why I remember the day, but so the next day, it's Friday, I have to go to work, and I'm in the classroom, and I'm like trying to write on the board, but I can't lift my arm up, and I'm like, shit, I think something's really happened.
Wrong.
Yeah. So the whole day, I can't do anything. And of course, the kids are like, "What, Miss Falk? What's wrong?"
Also, you're probably
what are we
crabby
gonna
and
do?
uncomfy.
Oh, I'm so crabby, and I'm just like, they're like, "Can you show me?" And I'm like, "No, I can't." Because I can't lift my arm up. And of course, it was my right arm.
What a great reminder of the night before.
Seriously.
You probably did it on
As she goes to her
purpose.
kindergarten
and then I'm
job,
like,
hello,
and
little
I'm
humans.
like talking to them, and I'm like, shit, just don't do anything I do, and you'll be totally fine. But so, anyways, so then it's the weekend because I didn't go in to the I was like, it's fine, it'll get better, So then Sunday night we have this thing where we do dinner with my mom. So I go over to St. Paul. We're eating dinner,
Cute.
and I was gonna try to clean up the table. Well, I couldn't, and my mom's like, Katie, what's up?
Yeah, what's wrong?
What's going on? And I'm like, oh, I think something happened the other night, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, what
Something.
were you doing? And I couldn't think of anything. And my mom and I are
So
super
awkward.
open with each other. And my brother and sister are sitting right there, and she's like, what? Are you sleeping with someone? And I'm like, God.
Moms always know.
Oh, they always
And
know.
your brother's right
No,
there.
And my
Oh.
brother's right there, and I'm like, shit, Mom. And then of course she doesn't mind that they're right there and starts asking all the questions.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, shit. She's like, you really got to go in. So Monday comes around, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in after work. So meanwhile, have another struggle at work all day. Can't write. So the kids continue to ask what's wrong, and finally I'm like, all right, you guys, I was playing volleyball because I
There you
couldn't-
go.
I honestly, I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know what to say. They keep asking, and I have to tell them something.
Yeah.
And I haven't played volleyball since 6th grade Phi Ed class.
Yep.
So when it comes to me saying that I was playing volleyball, it makes absolutely zero sense. So anyways, get through the day, and I'm like, okay, I need to go to urgent care. So I go to urgent care. And I'm at urgent care, and I still just really can't move my arm. It's to the point that I'm like, fuck, or shoot, this really. I should not
she
say
goes,
that word.
shoot.
Shit.
Shit.
I hate to.
Shit,
I
it hurts.
hate to interrupt you,
Yeah,
but
no.
we need to just rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
Explain exactly how he maneuvered you,
Okay, so.
because he
yeah.
pull your shoulder out of
Yeah,
socket.
yeah. So, I was going down, and he was pushing me down onto the bed,
Okay.
and then was gonna turn me.
I
Oh, he
see.
pulled your
And
arm.
then
Just quickly
pulled
turn you
me.
over to on your back.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Your arm
except
went,
the
woo.
movement was a little, yeah. And I could hear it, but I'm like, whatever.
Oh,
Did you
Yeah.
did you finish the deed?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's
okay,
all.
so
Totally.
not
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Yeah.
you're at urgent
Had
care.
finished. Yeah,
What's
okay.
happening here?
So at urgent care, and the woman goes, or the doctor goes, hey, like, what's up? And I'm like, I've had this arm thing for a little bit, like last week. It's been, about 5 days now. And I still can't move my arm. And she's like, okay, like, what were you doing? And I'm like, you're supposed to be honest with doctors. But at that point, I didn't really want to explain it. And I'm like, I was playing volleyball and I did something. I heard something happen and whatever. And she's like, well, will you show me like which movement you were doing? And I was like, I'm like, shit.
You go,
I'm
like this. I was
yeah,
doing
I was
one
like
of these.
this, yeah. So I like get into the like stance how I think like servers serve, and like it really
just
didn't
fake the
just
whole
fake
story.
the whole thing, like,
It spirals.
Oh yeah, and I'm
You're
such a
standing in the doctor's office. I served it on their hand,
like, gotta-
obviously.
yeah.
And I did, and oh shit, did that hurt you? Oh no, your lip. I just hit Katie with her mic. Are you good?
Did that just happen?
You guys sit
Oh my
there.
God. I literally went to do a serve.
This makes
Is
it
your
a
lip
lot
okay?
better. Oh my god, it's so good.
Sid literally just whacked
I spiked
Katie.
Katie.
It's totally
Katie, are you
fine.
okay?
I'm so good, Sid. Honestly,
I'll like knock out a tooth.
Thank
I know.
God it's a Bud Light
Oh my
seltzer
God,
'cause
thank
the
God.
lip is a little numb, so I can't feel it.
So sorry.
No, you're good.
That was good.
So anyways, okay, long story short. So I'm in the doctor's office and they're like, okay, you got to get x-rays. So get some x-rays, get 4 x-rays. And they return to the doctor or whatever. I go in there and she's like, all right, well, we need to refer you to ortho because you need to get an MRI. I was like, great.
Great.
You have an appointment on Thursday. So long behold, Thursday comes around. I go in and the doctor like the ortho looks up the notes or whatever. And he's like, so you're playing volleyball? And I was like, yep, I was playing volleyball.
Yeah, at this
And-
point, you got to stick with the story.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Hold on to
now,
it
I'm,
as
now I'm like
tight as you
really
can.
deep
You're
into
in
it,
deep.
and I'm just like crossing my fingers. They don't ask me any more detail. And so, anyways, long story short, I tore my rotator cuff,
Wow.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
and I don't have to have surgery. It was recommended, but literally I'm walking out of the doctor's office and he like told me to have a good day and like it's fine and like if I want to think about it, whatever. And he goes, but honestly, whatever you do, please just don't play volleyball for a while.
That's the best.
And in my head, I'm like, I haven't played since
You
6th
go,
grade. So
I promise you I won't be playing any volleyball. Haven't, and then it's when you go, haven't for years. And then you walk out.
Yeah.
Oh my
Or
God.
are you like, okay, I got to stop seeing this guy?
Yeah. So then I'm like, shit, do I say something?
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And like,
Did you
the
tell
thing
him?
about this guy, he like we were both like kind of on the same page. I was like, I don't really want to be dating anyone, like whatever. We can just like chill sometimes. And so anyways, I like had seen him and I was still having like a lot of issues with my arm because I didn't do anything for it, it was like ice, whatever. And he's like what's up, And I'm like, I tore my rotator cuff. And he's
You
just,
yeah. tore my rotator cuff.
Oh my
and
god.
I'm like, shit. I'm like, I don't even want to deal with it
Yeah,
anymore.
no.
So I don't even want to like go
Did
there
you tell
with
him you played volleyball too?
No, I didn't tell him I played volleyball. I just told him I like actually didn't know what was going on with it, and like it was a series of events.
secret
Okay.
shoulder.
Yeah.
What would you guys have done? Would have told the doctor that it was from sex?
Yes.
And would
I
you,
would have told him.
okay. And would have you have told him that it was from him?
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah?
have a filter.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is what happened. It was like a weird situation.
Ladies, I need to take after you a little more
No,
because
you're
Like
so
in the
fine.
moment.
Don't
you
say
know?
sorry.
yeah, I'm
I'm
like,
so sorry.
shit.